Hi everybody, welcome back to my video series. Brad here again, where I'm documenting my journey to the world titles as a fitness model competitor. The world titles is on the 26th of June 2017 in Thailand. Today is the 20th of April 2017. And I am exactly 17 days out from stepping on the stage for my very next fitness model competition. So I'll have a few things to talk about in this particular video. The reason being is because my memory card was corrupted. I lost 5 videos on that memory card, which documented parts of my journey, which I wanted to talk about, and the memory card was corrupted. So it's really frustrating, but I've got to quickly go over what I've lost on that memory card as well. So today, let's start with today and what I've done and where I'm at right now. So 17 days from stepping on the stage, how do I feel? Fucking tired. I feel increasingly more and more fatigued. I need everybody to see this because as a fitness model competitor, it gets more tough as you get closer and closer to the stage in terms of time, more fatiguing because in my case, I'm doing up to 3 hours of training every day, 5-6 days a week. And that one day off is actually posing practice, which is not really a day off. So it's like 7 days a week. And that's like, we're talking about 3 to 4 weeks leading into a competition. And I'm feeling it, and I'm tired, and I'm really fatigued. And I wasn't really going to film this because I'm too tired to even think properly, which is why I have my notes here to help me. Anyway, so I had my alarm set, and I usually wake up before my alarm. And today I didn't. In fact, I snooze, because I'm so tired. I'm fatigued. My muscles are sore. And so I got up at 6:30, got to the gym at about 6:45, had a legs day, but it was tiring. I couldn't really do the session properly. I was fatigued. I Snapchat the whole thing. I put it on Instagram stories. So I might even throw that footage up and you'll get to see me attempting and making fun of myself actually on Instagram stories. Me doing the lunge, me doing the, leg curl, me doing what else did I do? Not much else. And Bulgarian split squats and things like that. But anyway, it's tough. It's a tough journey. It's a really tough journey. I also took some photos as well of my progress in the bathroom before, like about half an hour ago to an hour. So I'll flash those up on your screen. That's what my physique looks like as of 1 hour ago. And of course I don't have the tan on, right? But you can see what my conditioning looks like. How do I feel about it? Most of me feels like I'm good enough. There's that part of me that's like, Brad, you're not lean enough. And that's the honest truth. I look at parts of that conditioning and I go, it could be a little bit better here. It could be a little bit better there. And it's like, we are our own worst critic in every fucking thing in life, isn't it? Like, seriously. So I look at my physique and I go, I could be improving in these areas. And sometimes that plays on my mind and sometimes that outweighs the pleasure and the satisfaction of where I think I am with my physique. And so that's where I'm at. That's my physique. So, it's a sunny day outside. It's beautiful sunny day. I'm in my bedroom filming this. And other things I wanted to talk about is that, it's been tough. Like, it's physically draining. It's mentally draining. I haven't meal prepped for a couple of days. I have been very loose with my meal plan, but I've still been tracking my calories and my numbers. But I haven't been strictly every 3 hours following exactly what's on the meal plan because I'm tired. I'm physically drained. I mentioned 2 to 3 hours of training. I didn't talk about the amount of time it takes to meal prep, to go shopping for the food, to weigh, portion, and so forth. But it's extra time on top. On top of that, I work a corporate job, remember, and I also do the filming and documentation of this journey on the side, which does take time to edit the videos, to upload them, and everything else, So one of the videos I lost on my card was that I wanted to talk about how I failed because there was one night where I ate ice cream cakes and scrambled eggs. Okay, so I had one night this was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was so tired. I was in my bedroom. I was so tired that I was like, fuck this. I went to the supermarket and I bought some ice cream cakes. So like, they're like maxi bonds, I guess. And, you know, like the soft biscuit with the ice cream. And so I had the whole box of those. So literally there was 4 of them. They were about 150 calories each or something. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit, really. I had the whole box and like the whole box of ice cream cakes. And I hadn't had ice cream cakes since I was like a kid. And then I reverse engineered why I did that and realized that because I've been so restricted with my meal plan that it has created a scenario for that to happen. Because I've come from the flexible dieting world, and that's what I've and flexible dieting works. And you don't have these binge sessions with flexible dieting because you factor in food that you enjoy. You factor in the cheat meals and that kind of stuff. And with what I'm doing, I don't have cheat meals. It's part of my meal plan. I don't. There's no cheat meals. There's no like little fucking ice cream or piece of chocolate or muffin or whatever. It's just like sweet potato, rice, broccoli. You know, every 2-3 hours. So that's why things like this happen. So you need to know this. If you restrict yourself too heavily with a meal plan, this will happen. This will happen. And I've been meal planning and flexible dieting and this kind of stuff. I've tried many different approaches, and this is another approach that I'm on. And I know that no amount of willpower is going to power you through a super strict meal plan where you don't think of any other type of food for months and months on end. Because I've been doing this strict dieting thing for a couple of months now. So blowouts like this will happen, even to the best of us. So I like to put it out there that it happens to me too. And I had scrambled eggs at a cafe. Right, you know, that was the day after actually. I remember that. That was the day after. I had the ice cream cakes in the evening. Didn't care. I was like, I don't care about coming first place. I don't care about competitions. I just want fucking something that's different to my meal plan. It's not that I was craving ice cream specifically. I just wanted something that wasn't 300 grams of sweet potato every 2 to 3 hours. Or, 40 grams of whey protein with 70 grams of Vitargo post-workout every day. I wanted something different. So the key learning there is to make sure that when you're designing a meal plan, which is always what I do when I'm not competing or whatever, is always fucking make sure that you put in some little tiny treat, something that you enjoy to eat, it's a little pleasure, something that is not part of, it's not considered to be healthy, clean food. Might be a Kit Kat, might be like a piece of chocolate, might be something and if you factor that in, you kind of, you're going to stop it. It's going to stop this kind of thing from happening. If you see me go through it and I'm so restricted now because my coach has done that. She's put me on this crazy thing, this fucking meal plan that's so restrictive. This will happen. You will binge, period, at some point. Willpower will get you through to a point, but after a couple of months of doing that, you will break that. It will happen. Anyway, so I had scrambled eggs the day after at the cafe. That was funny because I actually dropped all that scrambled eggs on my lap. So the first time I actually go to a cafe and have scrambled eggs in for a long time, I was like, you know what? Because in my meal plan, it's like, every day it's meat and coconut oil, 150 grams of meat, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 150 grams of meat, 1 tablespoon of coconut. I've been doing that for 2 or 3 months now. You get sick of doing that. And again, flexible dieting means that you won't be doing that to yourself. But if you restrict yourself like that, you're more likely going to go outside the meal plan. Like I did, I had the scrambled eggs. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have this meat and coconut. I want to have scrambled eggs. I want a different type of protein and carb with the bread. And it was funny because I was cutting it on my plate and the fucking thing dropped on my lap. And all the scrambled eggs on my lap. So I'm like, there you go. There's my cheat meal all over the lap, all over my lap, all over the floor. So I never had it anyway. But the intent was there. The intent was definitely there. And then I went on another date. Okay, so I did a video that was about a week and a half ago when I lost my memory stick. It got corrupted, and I talked about going on a date the night before, and I ruined my meal plan again. I went to a Polish restaurant, and okay, so I'm gonna flash up some video and some photos of this. I took this actually. I went to a Polish restaurant, and I looked at the menu and saw the mixed vegetables because I'm like, you know what? It can't be too much of damage. Like this is damage control. You know, if you're on a strict meal plan, you're getting ready for a competition, and like you want to go on a date with a chick, right? It's like you don't want to say no to the girl because you do want to have some kind of social life, but you want to minimize the damage by going to damage control. And so you look at the menu and you go for like the mixed vegetables, or like steak and vegetables, or like a protein and vegetables. So vegetables are a really good place to go if you go to a restaurant and you don't want to kill your progress, you know. But the thing is, you've got to keep in mind, when you go to a restaurant and you ask for mixed vegetables, they usually throw in tons of olive oil, fat, calories, calorie dense. It's, you know, you have to think of these things. And, and so that I was like, you know what, go to the menu, look for mixed vegetables, and factor in the idea they're going to be tossed in olive oil or some kind of dressing. You're right. So I spared like 1,000 calories or something like that, right? So I had 1,000 calories. So I actually went off my crazy fixed meal plan and I went to flexible dieting, which was like, I saved 1,000 calories for that. Anyway, so got to the Polish restaurant. I forgot that when you go to a Polish restaurant, their idea of mixed vegetables is a lot more than just mixed vegetables. You know what I mean? It's like, it's got the cheese and it's got like, you know, these other like very rich, very dense, very heavy foods that, you know, I can't even tell you what they're called because it's in Polish. But if I'll throw the photos up on your screen, you can see the intensity of what came out on the table. And the girl I was with didn't want to eat it, and she wasn't really hungry. And I said, you realize that I can't really, if anybody has to, you have to, I can't eat, like, I'll have like the beetroot, but you have to have all the cheese and everything. So I ended up eating most of it because I don't like wasting food, right? And that's how I was raised. So I end up eating most of that. So yeah, anyway, so that's what happens when you try and date, when you're going through contest prep. It just fucks with everything, right? And anyway, and I won't be dating anymore. Okay. All right. And then the other video, I'm doing fasted cardio now. Okay. All right. So about 2 weeks ago, I started incorporating fasted cardio into my routine. So right now, as I film this, I'm 17 days out from stepping on the stage. It was 2 weeks ago that I started incorporating fasted cardio. So what that means is that you're fasted, not necessarily on an empty stomach. Fasted just means that your insulin levels are relatively baseline, yeah? And so you're going to improve your rate of fat loss when you're training in a fasted state. Whether you do fasted cardio or fasted weight training, there's nice, decent research out there which does say that when you train in a fasted state, you actually accelerate fat loss. And if you're training in a fasted state while doing weight training, not only do you accelerate fat loss, but you also accelerate muscle loss as well. And there's a research article. I talk more about this in other videos and stuff like that. But anyway, I wanted to mention that as of 2 weeks ago, I incorporated fasted cardio. So I'm doing skipping rope stuff, a lot of high intensity interval training on the skip rope. So I might even throw up some footage. You might even see that, me with the skip rope. And I storytell that through Instagram stories as well. Dating, fitness model competition, 3 hours. Okay, so I talked about that already. Dating, 3 hours because I'm tired, right? Not following my fitness model competition meal plan, it's tough. I just talked about why. Dating, and also being tired and being on a very strict plan. And so, yeah, look, the major takeaway really from this is that, I'm tired. It is 17 days out. I'm doing up to 3 hours of training a day, 6 days a week. On the 7th day, I should be having 1 day of complete rest, but I'm still doing posing practice. I'm still doing this, and that's still training in my mind. Yeah, even though I'm not doing weight training or cardio, it's still training. It's still draining, and so I'm tired. I'm fatigued, and and I feel like I've been bitching a lot, but everybody needs to know. You guys need to know this. At the end of the day, like, the dating thing is like a spanner in the works, really. I'm not a serial dater, but, and I've done that deliberately because I don't have time. I really don't have time. Like, I work a full-time job. I'm building a YouTube presence and online courses and filming and, you know, corporate job and obviously doing fitness model competitions now. So I just don't have time for serial dating per se. So that's why it's like I've limited down my interactions to sussing out 1, 2, maximum 3, but we're down to 2 and then soon very much down to 1 in the short list. And that's just being brutally honest. And we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work out, then they don't fucking work out. Like I'm off the market, done, period. And you know, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that, but you know, at the same time, it'd be nice to have some. I've been single for a while. I've been single for a couple of years, and yeah, it'd be nice. But if a girl can handle me at this point in my life, I think she can handle me. I think she can manage me. Not that I'm not high maintenance. I'm a pretty simple guy. I'm a pretty simple guy, and yeah. But it is tough. Right now, it's tough. This is a sport, and I understand most people watching this don't care. They don't care about competing. I get it. I didn't either. When I first started my training, my journey, lose fat, build muscle, I didn't give a shit about contest prep. I didn't. I thought it was for freaks. I thought these freaks get a life. I'd rather go hang gliding, and I still rather go hang gliding. But you know, you'll get to a point in your transformation where the idea of competing, even trying it once, is something that you could consider doing, and maybe after watching my series, it might inspire you to give it a shot, because a lot of people that I've competed with have never done it before, and you know, I'd go to a natural federation and give it a shot. You know, start off going for the category that's kind of the lowest. You know, like I'm just doing fitness, the fitness category, which is the lowest. And then you have physique, which is a little bit more heavier, and then bodybuilding, which is the very top. And so neither of those really interest me that much. Physique does, kinda, but bodybuilding doesn't. Fitness model and physique bodies are generally more human-like, whereas bodybuilding just looks freakish, and that's my opinion. I have nothing against people that do it, it's just not for me. And at some point I want to strike a bit of a lifestyle balance too as well. So thanks so much for following this journey. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. It's tough, it's hard, you know, whatever. I've ranted enough, but this is a choice. I'm going to do it for as long as I'm happy. And the moment I'm not happy for any length of time, I'm just going to go back to how I was training before. Thanks again for watching and following my journey. I appreciate your support. The messages I get are encouraging. Thank you. If you like this channel, if you like what I have to say, if you like my journey, please subscribe. You'll get more updates. And hopefully maybe you can do your own journey of health and fitness, transforming your body, lose fat, build muscle. As you know, I teach online courses on how to lose fat, build muscle, and that's targeted for people that are just starting out their journey. And so, you know, if you need help, reach out to me. You know, I don't know everything, like I'm on my own journey, but at a different level. I'm doing this competitively now. You know, fat loss and building muscle, you know, is something that I can certainly help you with. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. All right, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thanks for watching.